welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fulfilling weekend so far. I know it's been a hot minute since my last YouTube upload, um, but in this video I will be, excuse me, interviewed by none other than my friend Ashley, whom you probably remember from one of my previous videos earlier this year. In this video, she'll be interviewing me and asking me basically what my overall experience was with using Dornick driven restorations. They're the co-
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
what do you mean?
Can you take care of that?
No, sorry. She's concerned about my dryness. Um, so in this video, she'll be asking me questions as far as what my overall experience was with Dornick driven. Basically, um, what I thought about the quality of the job, um, customer service, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's dive right in. As always, if you enjoyed this video, any questions or concerns, please write them down below in the comment section.
Be nice.
Okay. Doubt it, but just it is what it is.
Okay, so thank you, first of all, for letting me interview you. This is going to be pretty straightforward. So, the first question I wanted to ask you was, why did you decide to choose this particular vendor?
Well, I chose Jason and his team basically because I thought they were pretty cool people, pretty down to earth. I checked their facility. Um, I saw like a bunch of their vehicles like in their shop, and they had some pretty cool vehicles overall that they were working on. Um, um, and obviously, I had other choices. I know there was this other company, other restoration spot in Bridgeport. I forgot the name, but the guy that I talked to, he required me to basically go online, um, pretty much upload a bunch of photos that I've taken of the car and send it to them so they can make a proper assessment. I didn't really like that. I'd much rather have a company take a look at the car in person. I bring the car to them, they assess it in person, and then they give me a, what is it, a quote as far as how much they do, how much they'd be willing to do the job for. I would much rather prefer it that way.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. So, when you first interacted with Dornick Driven, what were your initial thoughts?
I mean, I think I touched on it before. They seem pretty chill. I mean, I didn't think there weren't any red flags initially. Like I didn't really have an issue with them. Um, I pretty down to earth. They had an Instagram that I obviously followed. I think they have a pretty high. I think it's a 4 or 5 star rating on Google. So I didn't. I didn't. I felt pretty confident with them initially.
Yeah, I did see their Instagram. Their Instagram was fire. Look, I did see that, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. So what did you think of their customer service and the finished results of the job?
Without going into too much of a um, tangent, without rambling too much, I thought their customer service could have done a heck of a lot better. Um, I guess to try to keep it short and sweet, I felt like the communication between um, not so much me, but the communication between Jason and the guy that he outsourced to do the rust repair and paint, that was lacking. And I guess to try to what is it? I guess what I'm trying to say is he should have gone with another painter. Either that or hired someone else that was like on his team to actually do the paint instead of outsourcing it. Because I felt like there was a lot of runaround. And
Okay.
when he told me to, when he gave me that text message as far as um when I could come in to pick up the car, because mind you, I'm in one town, I gotta drive 2 towns over to pick up the car. When I got that text message to pick up the car, um, I was pumped, I was ready. So I had my dad drive me over, and I remember that day. I think it was either on a Monday or Tuesday, but I I um I pull up, to the establishment because it's like where the shop is located. It's like
Mhm.
right behind like a CVS. It's weird, I know, but it's right behind the CVS. So I had my dad pull up. I walk over and my car is like nowhere to be found. Like what's going on? Like you told me the car was ready, and mind you, he tells me this while he's down south, not down south as in Florida or Georgia or Oklahoma or none of those states. He's not even in the country.
Oh, okay.
So Jason tells me that my car's ready while he's in Colombia.
So it was
But
someone else who told him that the car was ready when in fact
I'm
it wasn't.
assuming, but when I showed up, the car wasn't there. Like, he told me that the car was ready, but the car wasn't there.
So where was the car?
I don't know. Only Jason knows that. And I texted him. I tried calling him. Jason, where's my car? Where's my car? I asked his employees that were there. They didn't even know.
I think maybe we need to just move on to the next question.
We probably should.
All right. So, the last question. What do you think they could have done better?
Um, I think what Jason could have done better, since it's his name on the establishment, is he could have, when you're out of the country, like when you're away from like your establishment, when you're away from your employees, just let them know, like give them a heads up of where the car is. Don't keep them in the dark like that. I feel like I feel like it's disrespectful to them, like because they don't, they shouldn't be in a position to where like you have a customer coming to the establishment when you told them to that the car was ready and it's not there and they don't know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been nice to inform them beforehand. If not, like hire someone, like I don't know, a receptionist, like because I feel like you seem like you're juggling too much. It's like take a load off. Like it shouldn't be this complicated, you know.
Right. But you're also going off of the assumption that what he told you is fact. Like for all we know, somebody told him, gave him bad information, misinformation, and he took that and said, "Oh, okay, let me let the client know that yeah, in fact, his car is finished." And it just seems the big picture of it. It just seems like there was just a disconnect with communication. The communication wasn't there, and I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest issue when it comes down to you know. Uh, Talking and getting in touch with the clients is I think the biggest key.
Makes sense, but again, I feel like a lot of that could have been avoided. Like it's just it's common. I feel like it's a lot of common sense, in my opinion. And I feel like growing up, like I've been told this even like from like my younger years to even now. Like use common sense. Like it shouldn't be this complicated.
Common sense is not so common, but
True.
Right?
Y'all jacked up my radio. Um, when I got the car back, I tried turning on the radio. I pressed the power button. It didn't turn on. So whoever like dismantled the dash and like, I guess to do paint or whatever, when they put the dash and the radio back in, they didn't connect everything back on. So I had to deal with that with a non-functioning radio for months until I actually found the time to like bring the car to the car audio place that I went to that installed the aftermarket radio. They ended up fixing it for me, connecting everything back on. And thank God I didn't have to get charged for it. The guy did it for free. So I'm definitely gonna go back to him and get some more stuff done to the car as far as audio is concerned. But yeah, just overall, I would have given Dornick Driven at least 3.5 stars.
3.5? Really?
Yes,
That's high.
but I'm giving them 2.5.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that I you know I gave them a chance. I gave them a shot. I gave them so much money to like do the job correctly. Expecting that I'd get like top notch customer service because it's a lot. Like the amount of money that I paid for rust and for rust repair and paint, you pretty much could have spent that money and bought like a used 2015, 2020 Toyota Corolla or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
facts.
And as you can see, I'm not gonna disclose how much I spent on it. I'm gonna save that for a separate video. But you could probably guess how much I spent on it. I mean, it's a simple Google search. It's not a big secret, but to tell you the exact amount, I'm gonna save that for a separate video.
Okay. Well, it seems like we answered all of our questions. I'm sorry you had this experience. I wish it worked out more seamlessly. But you know what? Your car looks good. And did you reveal it to the channel?
I did. I posted some pics on my YouTube. Some video footage. As well as Instagram. But I still gotta show it to. I still gotta do like a full length review of the whole car, like overall. There's still some stuff that needs to be done. I'm trying to get it to like 85% restored. Right now, I think it's at like 70 to 75%. So I'm trying to take my time. The goal is to get it sold sometime by next summer.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not opposed to listening to people's offers. If you guys are interested, I know this is kind of off the cuff, but if anyone's interested in sending me a reasonable offer, feel free to reach out to me. Instagram, LILPHIL15, or you could email me, LILPHIL15@hotmail.com.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining this interview, and I'm gonna let you close it out.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching. A lot of this, it wasn't easy for me to express my feelings. I wasn't sure if it was gonna come out right. I'm not expecting to get a whole lot of views, but it would mean a lot to me. Share this video. If you guys still choose to, go with Dornick Driven, more power to you. I'm not gonna stop you, but this is just my experience. Just stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, stay cool, wherever you are. Stay fulfilled. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
And cut!